break crops are a lot more risky than wheat in the low rainfall zone and in the lower yielding environments. But if we take into account future yield benefits of those break crops, then they start to become more profitable. So what we're trying to do is trying to develop farming systems that allow us to grow those break crops and grow them more profitably. So looking at different management and different break crop options for those systems. So at the moment, canola is showing out as quite a good option, but we've also looked at things like chickpeas, lentils, and vetches, and for some of those, the high prices that you're getting means that even though the yields can be a little bit low and a little bit more risky, it means that you can actually still grow them quite profitably. And as the yield potentials decrease, then break crops become more risky. But the good news is that when you take into account some of the high prices which we can currently get for some of the break crops at the moment, that they can still be quite profitable, particularly if you take into account the wheat yield of the following wheat crop, so a yield benefit in a following wheat crop. At the moment, it looks like making sure that you take care of your break crop and you do everything that you can to help it succeed is a really key effort. So we're talking about things like getting them sown on time, weed management, that sort of thing. And also what it's looking like is some of the break crops are a little bit less risky than others. So at the moment, canola and lupins look a little bit less risky, but still, like I said before, the high prices for some of the break crops, some of the other legumes means that they might be a good option. The rest of this GRDC funding, which goes for another 3 years, we're looking at trying to find those management techniques that allow us to have those really profitable break crop options. And we're also looking at field experiments and doing some sort of modelling to try and understand at a farm level what the right level of break crops to have and which are the better break crops to have in that system.